Colonel Bruce R. Crandall was an H-1 Huey pilot in the United States Army during the Vietnam War. Crandall was drafted by the Army in 1953 and commissioned a year later as a second lieutenant after completing the U.S. Army's Engineering Officer Candidate School. He completed his fixed-wing training in 1954 and his rotary wing training in 1957 at Gary Air Force Base in Texas. Over the next 8 years, his assignments included mapping missions in multiple locations, including the Arctic, North Africa, and the jungles of Central and South America. In these missions, he logged hours in multiple aircraft, such as the Cessna L-19, Havilland Canada DHC-2, U-1 Otter, L-20 Beaver, L-19 Bird Dog, and the H-23 Raven. In 1963, he was assigned to the 11th Air Assault Division at Fort Benning, Georgia, where he developed air assault tactics and doctrine. In 1965, Crandall was assigned as Commander, Company A, 1st Cav Division, at An Khê, Vietnam, flying the UH-1 Huey, using the call sign Ancient Serpent 6, later shortened to Snake 6. He earned the reputation as a first-rate helicopter pilot. On November 14, 1965, his flight of 16 helicopters was supporting a search and destroy mission for the 1st Cav Division assault into LZ X-ray in the Ia Drang Valley. On his 5th troop airlift, the aircraft and the LZ came under such intensive enemy fire that the ground commander ordered them to abort their mission. Sensing that the infantry unit needed more ammunition, he adjusted his base of operations to shorten the flight distance required to deliver ammunition and evacuate the wounded. Although medical evacuation was not part of his mission, he and his wingman, Captain Ed W. Freeman, led 2 unarmed aircraft on 22 missions into the besieged landing zone, recovering the wounded and bringing in much-needed supplies with complete disregard for their personal safety. He supervised the loading of seriously wounded soldiers aboard his aircraft. His decisions instilled confidence in other pilots to follow his lead and greatly improved the morale of the ground forces. That day, Crandall's helicopters helped evacuate more than 75 casualties from the battlefield over a 16-hour flight day. Leaving the battlefield only after all possible aid was provided to the ground forces, a veteran of over 900 combat missions through 2 tours of duty in Vietnam, Crandall's acts of bravery and heroism, the Battle of Ia Drang Valley in Vietnam, were recognized in 2007 with the receipt of the Congressional Medal of Honor. He was also awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Bronze Star, and the Air Medal. In recognition of his accomplishments, Bruce Crandall was promoted to the rank of Colonel, U.S. Army, retired in 2010.